If you're in a creative slump or you're looking for some creative ideas to use within your journaling practice, then I will show you some tricks and hacks that I use, and we'll just have a little hangout session. Now, for the month of July and August, this is going to be my summer journal. It's the Midori B6 Slim Notebook, and I'll go over why I chose this specifically. But real quick, I want to show you some ideas that you can use as well, especially if you have been in a creative slump, or maybe you just need some ideas for within your personal journal. Now, as I always say, you don't have to be perfect with your journal. In fact, I feel like the more loose and expressive you allow yourself to be, the more ideas and inspiration comes to you and will find you. Here you can see there's a sticker. This little imperfection, this sticker actually peeled off, and as I was attempting to reuse it, it left a little bit of the imprint here, which I think is so unique. You can see my bookmark, the ribbon that I came with is fraying, but I believe all these little imperfections are what makes the journal so unique, so memorable. It's just part of the the process. So one thing that I did within this journal when I needed some ideas of how to start or to break in the first few pages, I went outside in my garden and I just plucked some of the flowers that I had and then used my leftover coffee from the morning and splashed some color on here. So that kind of already broke the ice, so to speak, where I wasn't as intimidated by the blank page. On the bottom, this is actually from a grocery bag, a paper bag, and I just ripped it out and then glued it on here, add the remaining of my coffee stains, and then some fortune, these little fortune tags that I got from my Chinese takeout. And then this is just leftover, this was a leftover stamp that, well, not the actual stamp, but the sticker of the stamp, and I just kept that. So just little things like this, just breaking in the page, kind of gets the creative juices flowing, so to speak. What else do I have? Oh, this again is from a stamp from the post office, a sticker or stamp sheet that I wanted to keep. And here is a pencil board, but I have kind of like little notes to self that I want to expand on within other pages. But here's a perfect example of not knowing what to journal, but just using something within your journal. So within time, I would just stick a sticker on here, and I would remember like this was kind of like my sticker junk page, and every time I came across some type of sticker ephemera, I just turned to this page and added little stickers on here. However, if you look closely, you can see that I'm actually trying to cover up a page that I was not satisfied with. I tried to turn this into a calendar so you can see the lines, but I did not continue on with that. So instead of just totally being frustrated, I just decided to reuse this in a different way, and just that's how it became kind of like my junk ephemera sticker, my sticker page. So here's some journalings. There's a reason why I don't share this particular notebook often, or a lot of my other notebooks and journals, because I have personal thoughts, and there are just certain events that go on in life that I want to just keep for myself and people's names and whatnot. So I'm sure my journal friends, you understand, but my journalings are really just a mixture of like thoughts, quotes, inspiration, ideas, dreams, just kind of like intuitive messages that come through, and a lot of my own personal like hodgepodge of creative randomness. This, for example, is this is a tag that I made when I needed some inspiration for my journaling booklet that I was selling in my shop. I wanted to include some paper goods, and I flipped through this journal. This journal kind of was just there, and that was where that inspiration came from, my past creative self. So here's an example of like ephemera that I will keep, and just like little notes to self. But you can see there's really no specific like layout or aesthetic vibe that I go for. My handwriting, like sometimes I'll print, sometimes I'll do cursive, and I really collect. I'm a collector. So I will hoard, little labels, which we're going to do today in this journaling session, but I hoard little sayings and words that I come across through like junk mail and sticker bits. And then, yeah, just things that I want to collect. So, again, when it comes to being in a journaling slump, or if you don't know what to journal, as you can see, sometimes I don't even journal. I will just stick on stuff, collage, collect ephemera, but the ephemera adds to the journal in some way. And in the back, I have like a lot of ephemera here. So today we are going to start with a new journal. I came across a really good deal on Amazon. I'll link down below where you can get these, but I've said multiple times, especially when it comes to like moleskin notebooks, you guys can sometimes find sellers that sell through Amazon to get rid of like their stock. And I think I was able to get these for like $8, which I think is pretty good because this paper quality, if you're not familiar with the Midori brand, it's a Japanese company, and their paper is excellent. If you are a fountain pen user, or maybe if you like to use dark gel inks, which I happen to start enjoying, then I think you would really like their products, their paper product. So we'll go ahead and take this off here. And let's get crafting. We have the infamous Walmart sticker book, which I shared in my last video. I'm going to keep this, by the way. I'm probably going to tip this in later. But I have, for my supplies, yes, I'm going to use this Walmart sticker book, which I will link down below. If you're interested in it, you can get it on their website. And this is actually free. This is literally junk mail that comes in through the mail. I'm sure a lot of you guys get these, especially if you're based in the United States, those weekly advertisements that we get. We're going to flip through this, and I'm going to show you how this is going to be a part of my journal, my summer journal setup, and how easy it is to find free ephemera but still make your journal look so cute and very budget friendly, because this is like $5 and the ephemera is free. This was all inspired by, my new setup was inspired by not only me using a new journal for July and August, but we received a package, and within the package, part of it had this tape. And I think I showed you guys in my last, well, I think 2 videos back with the moleskin, how I use that DoorDash tag. Look, this is an example of how I'm using everyday, trash, disposables as a journal decor. But let's see, we're going to, so we're just going to hang out, and I'm going to just show you how easy it is to transform your journal. But also, not only is it fun to decorate, but this is a good practice to do when maybe you don't feel like writing or journaling, but you're still being creative and active, like with your hands. I read somewhere that if you are like very productive, creative wise, it will help bring out like more ideas and inspiration. And I found that to be very true. So this week I've been kind of like in a little slump, in a little rut, and I think this was just meant to be for me to move into a new journal, my little carry around journal for the summer. Okay, so we're going to use this tape, and yeah, I think I'm going to center it right here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, there's already something on the back side. I think it caught a little bit of the cardboard, but again, I think that just adds to the imperfection. And then going through this Walmart booklet, okay, I like this one right here. Kind of, I was going to do like notes to self, but I already did that. And I want something different. So I think vibes. Do I want vibes? Self-care club vibes. Let's see how this would look if I did self-care club vibes. Okay, let's do that. So we'll use 2. Put it right there. All right. Again, not trying to make this perfect, but since we're already on this page, I've been meaning to use this, the little heart finger with the heart on here, and then just add this in the corner. I'm so glad I saw this sticker sheet at Walmart, because this has been such a fun like a fun little pack to use within my journaling practice. And it's also budget friendly, so I don't feel intimidated when using it, because sometimes, I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes if something is too expensive, I feel like I have to like hold on to it and use it for something special, whatever that may be. But that's another summer goal that I have, is to actually use up my stash, use up my stickers, use these journals that I've been holding on to, instead of collecting. Let me know if you're like me. Let me take a sip here, excuse me. Now, I think what I want here, I want to put some type of decorations here on the side. I'm curious to know too if you enjoy these type of just chill, chat, and journal videos, because throughout the years, there have been a lot of requests for these types, but I just didn't think anyone would be interested in it, because it's in real time, and I know people don't really have time to watch longer videos now with social media offering instant gratification through TikTok and Reels and Shorts. But then again, there may be people like me, like myself, that still enjoy like long form content and find watching people do things like relaxing. Okay. I'm looking for something to put on the side here. I think I'm going to use, should I do pink, or is that too much pink? Oh, this is white. Okay, let's try this. So I'm going to use these white stars. Oh, I think that would look really cute. Okay, I want to chat about something, and I'd love to know your thoughts as we are hanging out and decorating. Speaking of long form and short form videos, I saw a lot of I just noticed these stars are kind of cute too. I think I'm going to use this. I really like the way that the star looks. And I'm going to put that, I think I'm going to put it outside the notebook. Okay. So on Instagram, there have been quite a few people that I follow that have been discouraged by the decrease, I guess we could say, of maybe views and maybe engagement due to the algorithm, which is totally understandable. But a few people were discouraged and saying that they wanted to quit Instagram and that they no longer feel inspired to post or to share because their content isn't getting as many likes or it's not getting as many views like before or like a couple months ago, which again, I totally understand, because you do put time and effort and your creative energy out there in hopes to inspire, connect with other people. But I also feel like if you're only doing something because you want mass attention, then is it really healthy to continue on with it anyway? And I'm speaking from a place of experience too, where sometimes you will create something in hopes to get a lot of attention for whatever reason, for your business, for your online shop, maybe just to get new eyes, maybe it's to spark conversation, and it doesn't hit the way that you wanted it to go. But does that mean that you're just going to completely stop? I just feel like maybe as an artist or as a creative person, like if I'm a painter and nobody buys my paintings, am I going to stop painting? Am I going to change my style? Me personally, no, because I love painting so much. I'm just going to keep throwing out my paintings, and maybe, if someone buys it, they buy it. If they don't, that's fine. I'm still going to paint. It has, right? That energy has to come out. So I just find it very, while I understand, it's also sad. I feel very, sad for the people that are discouraged to not continue to share because of how the algorithm is working. And, I remember, I've been on, okay, so now we're going to go on to our ephemera. I'm going to take a pause on the sticker sheet because I want to slowly build on this, and maybe my creative ideas will come as I'm chit-chatting with you. But I remember I've been on Instagram since like 2013. So over 10 years. And I remember I was happy when I would just get like 50 likes. But I think the real fulfillment came out of engaging with strangers on the internet that shared the common interest that I thought was so silly and geekish, which is paper, pens, stationery, stickers. There's really no one in my day-to-day life in person that has and shares the same passion as me. So it was so refreshing and very it was very encouraging to know that there are people like me out there in the world, that I'm not weird. And I felt seen for the first time. I found my people, so to speak. So I don't know. Journaling, I've been journaling for years, ever since I was a kid, ever since I was in the first grade. And I think even if no one engaged on my content, I would still do what I do, maybe behind the scenes, but I really wouldn't be discouraged and quit completely. And it reminds me of back when I used to blog. Do you guys even remember reading blogs? Some of the newer generation, maybe not so much. But again, 10 years ago, before Instagram was big, people would use blogs, online, blogs to share their ideas. And I found so much fulfillment in that. But even through blogging, it's not like you could see how many hits you got technically. You didn't get all the likes, or it was just different. But I think that is what kept me not motivated, but encouraged to keep going, was almost not knowing who was watching or how many people were seeing my stuff. It wasn't as intimidating. I feel like the more popular you get, the more pressure it is to perform and to keep up. So what has your experience been like with social media? Do you find yourself being discouraged not to post anymore because you're not getting the return of investment you feel like you've put into it? Or you don't care and you will just keep posting anyway? Also, another thing, with Instagram specifically, I notice that I love YouTube. I will continue to share on YouTube for as long as I can, because I feel like this is my favorite platform. So let me know what your favorite platform is, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is. But YouTube is my favorite just because I enjoy long form content. And see, stuff like this ephemera, I'm going to keep. Oh, look at this, a summer flavor. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely use this. Well, see, when you cut out these little scraps, you can put them in boxes too. And this is another creative thing you can do if you don't feel like journaling at that moment. Just go through your ephemera, cut them up, put them in boxes, and then come back and revisit the journal. Sometimes I do this too. I'll be like watching a show in the background or a YouTube video, a podcast, and I'll just snip through like magazines or do other things like paint, draw, without putting pressure to actually like write in the journal. But I may tip it in or glue it or use it as an addition. Okay, so back to Instagram. Yeah, so or YouTube. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? What is your favorite platform to use? Oh, and being discouraged. Like, do you feel discouraged to post? For me, I notice that I don't really get discouraged anymore, I should say. Like now that I'm experienced, now that I'm wiser and older. But I don't get as discouraged just because I know different people use different platforms, but also because I know that even if I only got like 10 views, I was doing the activity because I liked it anyway. So if I'm doing a journal spread and I share the spread on my social media and I get like 2 likes, I'm not discouraged because I didn't go out of my way to create that spread for social media. Does that make sense? I know some of these Instagrammers, they have planners specifically for social media. Like they stage it, right? It's their staged planner. It's their fake notebook. It's their fake journal. And fake meaning like they say like, oh, this is just for my social media, or this is just for to share inspiration, which is fine. But I can see how that would be discouraging if you don't get the attention because you put an effort with the intention of getting attention. Whereas with my journaling practice, I put in the intention of journaling for me, and then I just share with others what has worked for me. So that way, you're not set up for disappointment if you experience what you see as failure. It's almost like, if you're cooking a meal, if you're cooking to impress like your friends or family and they don't like the meal, then yes, of course, it's disappointing because you put in that effort in creating that meal intentionally for other people to like. But if you were going to make dinner anyway because you're hungry and your favorite meal was already like on your mind, and then your family just so happened to be around and you're like, hey, did you want some of my dinner? And they don't like it, it's fine because you made it for yourself anyway and you still got to enjoy your own dinner. Just because they didn't enjoy it doesn't mean you should enjoy it less. You were going to make it regardless. So it wasn't a complete waste of your time because you had to feed yourself, right? So I just feel like that's how it is like with a creative hobby or craft or as an artist. It's like, use your sketchbook for you, use your art, paint for you. And then if you share it on social media and no one likes it, that's fine because you still got to enjoy the meal, right? You still got to feed your creative soul. Suns and sips. Oh, I like that. Spend life happy. I have this in my other Midori journal that I kept right here. Spend life happy. So yeah, that's another thing. You can always collect these in time and then just find use for them later. But I'm going to actually do this right now, add this on my cover. Actually, I kind of like that. One of my favorite glue sticks to use, just because the paper stays on, is the Elmer's Extreme. It needs to be the extreme version, so it doesn't peel as easily, and it actually stays on. Because I'm going to use this for July and August, I think, okay, I'm going to use this and I'm going to actually put maybe I'll put it down here. I'll put it down here so I know the date. if you have this, did you get this sticker set as well? How are you enjoying it? If you did. These colors are just so fun. Oh, I have to show you this new pen. So this is July through August. Okay, perfect. 2024. I'll just write 2024. Okay. This pen, I actually was surprised how much I love it. I got this the other day at Michael's, and it's their brand, the Artist Lofts, the 0.7. It's a gel pen, but it's nice and bold, as you can see right here. Did I explain too, another reason why I love this notebook is that it holds up really well with gel inks, especially dark gel inks and fountain pen inks. I love the cream paper. I love that it lays flat. It's light and portable. But yeah, I think this was like $1.50. And Michael's always has coupons. But speaking of dollar, your Dollar Tree, if you have one, this is a really good bold gel ink too. Another favorite that I enjoy, Zebra Sarasa, the X20. Your Dollar Tree, check to see if they have it. It's going to be $1.25. And then mine had different colors. They had pink, green. I picked up this purple because I wanted it to go with my my Filofax. So if you like a nice bold gel, this I think was in a 3-pack or a 4-pack, or maybe it was a single pack. But this was Walmart. I think it was like $1 as well. So the Pen and Gear, it's just their gel, and then the Michaels. Am I the only weirdo that keeps on these stickers as well? I saw on Instagram one of my journal friends. They were like, "Those stickers drive me crazy. I always have to peel them off," and they were agreeing. But me, I don't know. I like to keep them on because what if I like the pen so much, I'll know where I got it, or I'll know what it's called, just in case it rubs off. Now again, with these ephemeras that you cut out or that you come across, you don't have to feel like you need to use them at that moment. You can put them in a box. I have a drawer that you can use, craft drawer, a shoe box. I used to use little folders and keep them in there, or envelopes. I got this with one of my orders that I got from another creative that I follow, a creator that I follow on Instagram, and she makes these beautiful like felt wool like animals. Oh my gosh, it's handmade. I just love it so much. When I saw it, it was like calling my name. But her package, it came with this on the box. I already knew I needed to use this, so of course I kept it. And now I have purpose for it. Yeah, right there. Ta-da! Okay, if you have a Daiso area in your area, maybe stop by because they actually have some cute like summer theme stuff. I'm gonna put this down here. Cover that up right there. If you cut it just like at an angle, it's like a little triangle, and then you can just decorate like this, and then just go in the opposite direction. I mean, you can use different colors too. As time goes on, I will be happy to share some progress with you. Just loving like dusty pink, mauves, lilac colors. Who am I? Well, come fall, I'll probably be back into my black phase, all things black or like neutral.